Hey, what's up guys? I'm Greg Builds, and welcome to this Minecraft build tutorial. On this episode, we're going to create a modern house. And this modern house has vaulted ceilings and a loft room. This build has large windows and two large skylights along the roof. This modern house is also number 52 in the Modern House playlist, and I can't wait to show you how to create this build. This build is broken down into 7 steps, and without further ado, let's start the build. Also, this modern house is roughly 19 by 13 blocks wide, and it is 10 blocks tall. Now here's a complete list of the materials you'll need to build this house. Also, this entire build project will require a 19 block area by 13 block area spacing, and I marked my area out with coarse dirt blocks, and you could do the same, and that way we know how big the layout is before we start the build. Step 1. First, let's create the 4 main walls to the house. We'll need 432 stone blocks for this step. At the back left corner of the marked out area, let's move over 3 dirt blocks. Then move back 1 more additional space. Then place a block, and we could double check that we move over 3 spaces and back 1 more. Then we can make this stone row 16 blocks wide. Then let's make the side a total of 10 blocks wide. And then we can connect back to the start. Next, let's add 8 additional stone blocks on top of the pattern. And this will make the wall a total of 9 blocks tall. Step 2. Next, let's add in the white concrete bands and roof. We'll need 333 white concrete blocks. First, let's add in 3 white concrete blocks in the back left corner. And extend these concrete blocks up to a total of 10 blocks tall. Then let's extend the back out so it's a total of 9 blocks wide on top. Then let's extend the side out for a total length of 13 blocks wide. Then we can connect and fill in the 13 by 9 wide rectangle. Then we can move over 1 space from the new rectangle. And we can make 11 wide row of white concrete. Then let's extend this row across the front until it hangs past the stone wall by 1 block. And that'll be a total of 10 blocks wide. Then we could fill in this 11 by 10 wide shape with white concrete. And we will remove some of these white concrete blocks later on for a skylight. But for now, we can fill this in. Next, let's add in white concrete at the fourth block up. Then extend out until we are 2 blocks past the front stone wall of the building. Then let's extend over until the front white concrete is a total of 9 blocks long. And this will line up with the overhang up top. Then let's head up to the 7th block. Then up here at the 7th stone block up, we can add in 3 white concrete blocks up against the stone wall. Then we can add 2 more white concrete blocks in front. Then we can extend this row across the front, and this will line up with the concrete overhang up above as well. Then at the back side of the house, we can add in a 2 wide strip that extends down to the ground. Then once this is filled in, we can add in a concrete crossbeam at the 4th block up. Step 3. Next up is the 2 skylights along the roof. We'll need 46 white glass blocks and 48 oak slabs. First, let's move over 4 white concrete from the left side. Then move back 3 more additional blocks. Then we can clear a 3 wide by 7 wide opening. Then let's fill in this opening with white glass blocks. And this will be the first skylight. Then we can go back and add in oak slabs around the edge of the glass blocks, and this will create a simple and stylish trim. Now let's add in the second skylight. From the front right side of the roof, let's move over 4 blocks. Then move back an additional 3 more blocks. Then we can clear a 5 wide by 5 long square. And we could fill in the opening with glass blocks. Then let's add oak slabs around this opening just like the other one, and this will create a stylish trim piece. Step 4. Next, let's add in the oak support columns, as well as the doors and windows. We'll need 16 oak planks, 52 glass panes, and 6 oak doors. Let's add in oak supports under the overhang, and we can start the first one at the edge of the building, and leave 4 blocks of spacing in between the next one. Then we can continue this column up to the top level. Then we can remove 4 blocks from the center and add in 2 oak planks in the ground, as well as 2 doors on top of that. Then we can add in 2 more doors above this as well. Then for the top, let's add in stone blocks and add in white glass panes for a window. Then let's add in 2 doors at the left side of the house. To do this, move over to the 4th block over and add in doors here. Then we can work on the back of the house. Back here we can clear a 4 wide by 2 tall opening. and we can add in glass panes. Then we can leave one row of stone. Then we can make another 4 wide by 2 tall opening and fill with glass panes. Next we can make the skinny windows at the front of the house. And each of these windows are 7 blocks tall, and we can space them 1 block apart from each other. Step 5. Next was head inside and make the first floor, as well as the upper loft and interior walls. We'll need 210 oak planks, 4 oak stairs, 2 oak doors, and 6 white glass panes. Inside the house, we can replace the grass floor with oak planks. Then once the floor is completed, we can install the second floor loft. And do this by moving up to the 4th block up. And we can fill oak planks across until we become flush with the first tall skinny window. Then we can fill in the rest of the floor. Then once completed, we can make an additional wall. And make this additional wall 5 more blocks wide. Then we can also add in torches for lighting. Then fill this wall across. Also, we can add a dividing wall as well, and this will make 2 smaller rooms. And don't forget the doors. Then we can add an oak plank up here. Then we can add stairs after that, and these stairs will lead down to the ground. Then up top, we can add in more torches, as well as a glass safety railing along the edge. Step 6. Next we can add in some oak leaves for bushes. We'll need 51 oak leaves. Now I'm going to place oak leaves around the house, but you can decorate the landscape in any way you prefer best. Step 7. Lastly is the interior, and I'll leave this completely up to you. However, I'll quickly show you a walkthrough of how I did mine. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions about the build, or like to leave some feedback, I would love to hear it. Also, make sure to subscribe, because I create build tutorials just like this one every week. I'll catch you in the next one. Later, guys! Want more build tutorials? I have many other playlists that might interest you on my channel. Make sure to check them out.